My name is Patricia Smeyers, and I'm a 5th grade teacher in Hudson County. STEM education is an important learning experience in my classroom, and my students of all abilities are excited and motivated by each challenge put in front of them. By participating in a roller coaster physics unit, my students are learning about gravity, force and motion, with a focus on 5th grade engineering and design standards. In the first few lessons, students explored the relationship between gravity, weight, and mass, and they completed a roller coaster history and physics web quest to gain content knowledge. Students are currently applying their understanding of gravity to engineer and design paper plate roller coasters that provide the longest ride time by a marble. The constraints are to stay under budget and build within the area of the assigned platform base. You will see student teams working collaboratively to design and refine their coasters and discussing successes and challenges faced so far. Our classroom consists of a student-led environment where I take on a facilitator role, empowering students to learn through exploration, promoting higher order thinking through questioning, and ensuring there are no learning misconceptions. Students create their own project evaluation rubrics to promote responsibility of learning, and they utilize self and peer evaluations to foster reflection. Project discussions are held on Google Classroom, and we will be discussing our roller coasters with a class across the globe using ePals. The unit culminates with a group roller coaster presentation and a class ride time competition, and photos will be published on our website. So let's take a peek inside the classroom. Okay, engineers, we are back in the design process today. We're working on our roller coasters, and I want to review a little bit of what we learned so far. So who can come up here and tell me some of the things we learned about energy? Gianna, why don't you come on up? What did we learn from the process so far?
This is where the potential energy would be, and as it starts to move down, it would be kinetic, and that's when the energy transforms.
So potential energy, you said, would be at the top of the
top.
Okay, and this is where all the energy is stored, right? First it comes up through the chain, it's at the top, and that's where we're going to go down the hill, which would cause, it's going to transform into?
Kinetic energy.
Kinetic energy, very good. And we said that is?
Transforming energy.
Transformation, very good. Okay, what force is pulling the coaster down that hill?
Gravity.
Great. And why is the coaster starting to slow down though? We noticed that after it goes over the hill, it's starting to slow down and we need to get some more momentum. What is that?
It's because of the friction on the sides of the roller coaster that slow it down.
The friction's on the sides of the coaster. Is there any other friction you can think of?
The air going against the coaster.
The air, right? Think about it. If you put your hand going like this, you can do it, right? Do you feel that air going against your hand? That is friction. Very good. So here we have a little graphic that's showing us that the potential energy is going up at the top of the hill. Coming down is the kinetic, and it's transforming over and over again. And what I noticed when you guys did your Padlet wall about your challenges, I noticed we had the same theme. We're going up the hill, we have great potential energy, we're coming down the hill, but some of us decided to do a corkscrew. Some of us maybe just went down a little bit, and then we're not able to get that marble back up the hill. We need to solve the problem today. We need to get enough, what's the other word for speed that I said? Yes.
Velocity.
We need to get enough velocity so that we can build that potential energy up and it'll go back up a hill, because part of your design needs to have another small hill. So do you think you can solve the problem today?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Be prepared. I'm going to come to each group. We're going to talk about the challenges that you had so far, and I want to hear your ideas on how you're going to solve these problems, okay? So, supply engineers, go get your supplies. Lead engineers, go get your roller coaster. And tech engineers, you can get a computer on the top of the laptop. to our tables. And we will get started. Very good. On 3, we're all back in our seats. 1, 2, and 3. At the end of class today, we're going to go over our tic-tac-toe board. That'll tell us the projects that we're going to have when we culminate this project, okay? So we will go over that at the end. But I have projects for each and every one of you. Something on there that you will like and is there for you, and you know you can do well on. Okay, so you can go ahead, start building and designing and solving those challenges. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put your box there. So that you have everything you need. If you need to buy anything from the store, don't forget we need to put that on our purchase order. And the other one's here. Let me come over here and have a little more room. Great. Because I want to look at your design so far. Tell me what we did so far.
Transfer energy.
Oh, so you have it. Very good. So you get some extra credit on this.
Trying to make it another time.
Okay, so what's the reason you did this design? What do we have going on here?
This takes up a lot of time. And the goal was to have the longest roller coaster, so we did this that way.
Right, we need the longest ride time, so this is going to take up some time. And then I see we come down this loop, and what's going to happen here?
All of the energy that was in the original model is going to this way.
Very cool. So you have a complete transformation
And we have
of energy right here. Now, I know we had a problem here the other day.
And then we can go back up.
So we weren't quite steep enough, right? Because what did we learn about the hill here?
You need to be steep as steep as possible. That way you could get enough energy to go back up.
Right. And so we said that speed word was velocity. Right. We need enough velocity to have enough potential energy so that it'll go back up. And then at the top, we have all our stored what?
Energy.
What kind?
Potential.
Potential, and we need it to go back down again with kinetic energy. Okay, so what are you going to do next?
We're going to test it first, and then we're going to go back up.
And then we're going to try to attach this to that. And then after, thinking about just trying to waste more time to go back up.
Yeah.
We want to waste more time, but we want it thrilling and exciting, right? Because think about it, when you go to an amusement park, you don't want to just go in a circle. So what can we do here to make it exciting at the same time? What do you think?
We may be able to fit one more globe on. So make it
Right.
like a spiral.
Do you have enough supplies to maybe go up a little higher? Did you test this yet?
No, but it only like barely goes. It only goes like.
It goes up to right here.
Why don't we see? Let's try it.
Wait, John, you need to fix this.
Go ahead and set it up. Take your time. Well, you know what? Probably from it sitting overnight. I'm noticing something here, though, every time we work together. What am I noticing? So what do we not have enough of?
Support structure.
Support structure. So is there something we can do to help solve this?
We can have like a double.
Where would we add the popsicle stick? Oh, attach it to here.
Yeah, because look, if it.
Well, if that keeps going off the side in that one spot, there's something else you could do,
We can add another one.
right? Make a little bit of a barrier, like on a water slide, right, when you go up the side? You don't want to go over the side. So right here looks like it needs a little help, right? All right, try it if we go like this. Go ahead. We'll see if that's going to solve it. So you need some structure here. Go ahead. If we did that, would that work? There you go. So we definitely know how to solve that problem. Oh, that's going to take up a lot of time. That's perfect. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we have a couple of little areas we know we need to work on. So if we had, what happened here today? What do you think?
We have to add another border here because it's kind of.
Maybe we cut this a little narrow. You might be right, but we could add to it. Go ahead, try from the funnel. If you want to try it again. And I'll hold this like this for you. Go ahead. We'll see if that's soft. That's great. You're doing a great job. You're there you go. Ooh. That's
Gotta
really
bounce.
up. Yes. Do you think you maybe could go a little farther?
If we tried.
Do you have more of this paper that we can do a longer
And
sheet?
before it was longer, but then it only went up all the way up like only like 50% of the time, so we cut it down a little.
Okay, and we would need to probably turn it. So if you need to turn your track, what could we do? Do you have any ideas? Remember we talked about using scissors in a certain way, or we could use that.
You could make a cut, and that way it'll bend.
Make a couple snips, right? And it'll make it flexible. Okay, so you guys have a lot to do here.
Yes.
Do you need to buy any supplies? You think you have everything you need? Okay, so if you need more supplies from the store, let me know. And your purchase order is all filled out and your budget's good.
Yes.
I'm really proud of you guys. You're working well together. Keep it up. Ask each other questions, okay? Don't be afraid to disagree.
Did it go down?
All right. If you need me, I will be back. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. Why don't you tell me what's going on so far with your roller coaster? Come on over here. Show me what's going on.
So we have the spiral.
My classroom is rich with opportunities for technology integration and STEM education as a result of my master's program. But this is not the case in many classrooms because of teachers' lack of training and pressure of state testing versus classroom lesson time. Teachers are required to incorporate technology-infused lessons that supports learning and to facilitate student-led STEM education that promotes questioning, discovering, and innovation. Although we understand the importance of technology integration in STEM, there are district issues that must be addressed for this to be completed successfully. Funding, professional development, teacher common planning time, mentoring and coaching opportunities for proper implementation may not be adequate or missing entirely. We are beginning to see STEM classes within some schools, but it is not available in all districts for all ability levels, especially those with IEPs. Problem solving and innovation come from all types of learners. I am a teacher who has a learning disability, but I never let it define me negatively, and I have had a successful teaching career. I had a professor who believed in me and was knowledgeable of strategies to help me. This influenced my passion to encourage all students to believe in themselves, both educationally and personally. Students rise to our expectations, so we must be cognizant. All students must have access to higher order thinking curriculum. Eligible districts may utilize Title IV Part A ESSA funds to develop new STEM courses for all learning levels. Title II Part A can also provide teachers with PLC time for planning and collaboration. It can support blended learning with the purchase of technology to allow for teachers to have a national PLC outside the district walls within an online community. IDEA Part B funds can provide students with disabilities the technical assistance and appropriate modifications necessary to be successful within these classes. The National Science Foundation, NASA, and the Smithsonian have been top contributors to STEM content training and funding, but we need more job-embedded professional learning on the district level. Successful advocacy for STEM funding, government policies that support all learners, teacher trainings, turnkey PD, and high expectations for all are a recipe for successful STEM implementation. As Les Brown would say, we want all students and teachers to shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.